Let's set the scene. Picture a dimly lit room. You're sitting at a desk. It's completely cluttered with notebooks, half-empty coffee mugs, the usual, crumpled sticky notes. It's 2 a.m., and suddenly, lightning strikes. You get this absolutely brilliant, perfect idea for an application. A platform that could literally solve a massive problem for your business, maybe your family, or even the world. You are buzzing with excitement, sketching out the screens. But then, reality hits.
It's a frustration we have all faced. I mean, how many ideas have died inside your head simply because you didn't know how to actually build them? You map out the logic in your notebook, right? But then you realize, wait, I need a PostgreSQL database. I need to figure out AWS. I've got to master React, handle state management, write clean CSS that doesn't somehow break the second you look at it on a phone. And just like that, poof, the excitement fades, the notebook gets closed, and another brilliant idea gets buried right there in the graveyard of I just don't know how to code.
You see, for the last 70 years or so, software was essentially a walled garden. It was like this secret society protected by a cryptic language of brackets, semicolons, and just really complex logic. If you didn't speak the language, well, you were just a consumer locked outside. But we have entered an entirely new reality. Those walls haven't just cracked, they have been completely pulverized. The most powerful programming language on Earth is no longer Python or JavaScript or C++. It's English. It's Spanish. It's the very natural language you and I have been speaking our entire lives.
To truly wrap our heads around how insane this moment is, we really need to look at the strict chronological evolution of programming. Software development has always been a history of abstraction, right? Basically hiding the ugly mechanics of the machines. Back in the 1950s, it was binary and physical punch cards. Literally, if you misplaced a single hole in a piece of cardboard, the entire calculation failed. Then in the 70s and 90s, we moved to assembly, C, Java, Python. We could finally write words like if and else, which felt a bit more human, but you still had to think like a silicon chip and chase down missing semicolons. Now, welcome to 2026. We have reached the ultimate abstraction, natural language.
And there is a massive distinction between just a couple of years ago and where we are today. Early AI coding, think 2023, 2024, gave us tools like GitHub Copilot. And hey, they were great autocomplete tools, but you still had to be the engineer. You had to copy the code, set up the terminals, fix all the AI's hallucinations. Now, compare that to the AI agents of 2026. These agents don't just suggest snippets, they operate the entire environment autonomously. They provision the servers, they create the databases, test the routes, and deploy everything instantly. It's a total game changer.
So, let's get right into Section 1, Voice Coding Habit Forge, and taking the No Keyboard Challenge.
Think about it. The keyboard was invented for typewriters back in the 19th century. So why on earth are we still using it to talk to the most powerful computers in human history? Today, that stops. We're going to build a high-end, full-stack, gamified habit tracker using absolutely zero typing. The crucial point here is exactly how we communicate our vision to the machine. So I turned on my microphone and simply said, Replit. I want to create a full-stack web application called Habit Forge. It should be a gamified habit tracker. Start by setting up a modern Node.js and Express backend and a React frontend styled with Tailwind CSS. I even threw in that I wanted a premium dark mode sauce dashboard with neon purple and teal accents.
And literally, the moment I finished speaking, the AI agent executed a whole series of autonomous setup actions instantly. It initialized the project, created the package JSON, installed all the dependencies, mapped out the file structure, and generated the boilerplate layout. It was thinking in real time. It didn't just spin up some generic template. It actually understood my aesthetic instructions for the dark mode and those neon accents. And the best part? I didn't type a single terminal command to make any of this happen.
Moving right along to Section 2, Architecting the Database and Structuring the Data.
Now this, right here, is where most non-technical founders hit an absolute brick wall, figuring out relational databases without causing a massive data mess. Let's see how our voice-controlled agent handles it. I spoke directly to the agent again and said, now let's design the database architecture. Create a users table, a habits table, and a habit_logs table. I told it the specific fields we needed, habit name, streak, XP value, and made absolutely sure to instruct it that all relationships must be properly linked with foreign keys so we could calculate historical stats later on.
Look closely at the users column in the resulting schema. The agent didn't just blindly follow my exact words and write a raw SQL query. It recognized that to make the app gamified, it needed to track user levels and total XP. So it automatically, completely autonomously added the current XP and user level columns without me even explicitly telling it to. That is the massive, mind-blowing difference between a dumb code generator and a context-aware software agent. It actually anticipates your ultimate goal.
All right, Section 3, Front-End Logic and Autonomous Debugging.
A solid database is great, sure, but a product is absolutely nothing without its user experience. We need this app to feel incredibly satisfying to use, delivering that vital little dopamine hit every single time a user interacts with it. To achieve this, I dictated this exact voice command to handle the UI and front-end logic. I said, let's build the main dashboard view. When a user clicks the checkbox for a habit, trigger a confetti effect on the UI, increment their progress bar, and update the backend database via a secure API patch request. Just like that, I'm connecting sleek, satisfying visual feedback directly to secure backend API requests just by asking for it out loud.
But then, as the live preview was updating, the agent actually hit a snag. It threw a dependency error for that confetti library we asked for. But incredibly, and this is where it gets wild, the AI agent detected the missing library itself, went back to the terminal, ran the install command, and restarted the server. It autonomously healed its own error without a single piece of human intervention. It literally debugged itself.
Okay, next up, we needed to give our users some powerful data visualization. So I commanded, add an analytics tab to the sidebar. Inside, build a 365-day calendar heat map component. Dark gray squares for days with no habits completed, shifting to bright neon teal for days where all habits were completed. By just asking for a GitHub-style contribution grid, I was able to instantly generate these highly complex, fully responsive analytics components, hooked right up to our live database.
Finally, to round out the core build, I wanted to seamlessly integrate artificial intelligence directly into the app for the end user. I said integrate an AI insights section on the dashboard. Use a lightweight LLM API endpoint. Feed it the user's recent habit log history and generate a personalized 2-sentence motivational coaching tip. And just like that, boom! We have a lightweight LLM API acting as a data-driven, highly personalized coach.
Which brings us to Section 4, the live app walkthrough, exploring our voice-built reality.
The agent has totally finished the build and deployed it to a live URL, bringing us to the most crucial point. Does it actually work? Well, let's test it out. Step 1. I register a brand new account, lewis@test.com. The onboarding flow? Totally flawless. Step 2. I go to today's habits and click Read 20 pages. Step 3. Boom! The confetti explodes all over the UI, the XP bar visually fills right up to 72%, and the backend successfully registers that patch request. Step 4. We navigate over to the Analytics tab and view this gorgeous, responsive, neon teal calendar heat map populated perfectly with our mock data.
And check this out. Right there at the bottom of the analytics page is our functioning AI coach, delivering real-time insights based on the exact data we just generated. It reads, Luis, you've completed reading 100% of the time this week, but your gym habit has dropped by 40%. Focus tomorrow morning on packing your gym bag early. The integration is completely seamless, highly functional, and deeply, deeply personalized.
Let's wrap up with Section 5, the new creator era, shattering the tech barrier.
Guys, what we just witnessed, a complete full-stack, authenticated, database-driven, beautifully designed application, took less than 30 minutes to conceptualize, dictate, debug, and launch to the public internet. Not a single human hand touched a keyboard to type code. This proves one massive, undeniable takeaway. The traditional gatekeepers of tech are gone. For decades, if you had a brilliant idea but didn't have 50 grand to hire an agency or 2 years to grind through a computer science degree, your idea just died. But in 2026, the playing field is completely level. Those painful days of manual setups and cryptic syntax barriers, they are officially over. I want to leave you with this final thought for today's explainer. The limit is no longer your technical skill. It is simply the clarity of your imagination. If you can describe it clearly, you can build it. The software revolution isn't coming, it is already here, and it speaks your native language. You are now fully empowered to build your own platforms, solve your own problems, and bring your absolute best ideas to life using just your voice. So, what will you build first?